Hi, this is Chris Brewer, your instructor. What I'm gonna do with these videos, I think it's going to end up having to make a few of them. I'm gonna try to limit them to like about 10 minutes or so. I'm gonna show you how to navigate around the Blackboard page for this class, and also how to use Blackboard to get to the SAM test and projects that we're going to be doing. So right now you can see I'm on JCC's main page. So here's the first thing I would suggest doing. We're going to create a link first thing. So I'm going to click current students, and then I'm going to click on this thing that says my path, and then up here it says use single sign in on my path. Click on that, and that's going to take you to something that looks similar to this. Yours will look a little bit different because you're a student and I'm an instructor, so I have more buttons over here than you do. But this is like these two, Blackboard and email, are two things that you're really going to be needing. So this is, I would suggest just saving these as a favorite. Um, but so we'll go ahead and go to Blackboard. So you would just click on this link. I already have Blackboard open. So, and this is Blackboard for this class, and I'm logged in as a student now, so I see things in this view. The way you're seeing it is the way on this screen is the way you'll see it when you log into it. So I just go through a few of these things. The first link up here is syllabus and class class schedule. So if you lost your copy of the syllabus, you can click on this link right here. It's going to open. It's going to start this little. I'm sorry, this is a schedule. It's going to have this little thing, this little box down here at the bottom. If you click on that, and you already have Excel installed, it's going to open up Excel for you. Let me drag this into the window so you can see it. And so here's just a copy of the schedule. So you could print this out if you want to see what it is. You'd have to, I think you have to click this little button that says Enable Content, and then you can print this thing out if you wanted to. So that's a copy of the schedule. Let me close this down, and I'm going to go back, and I'll show you how to get the syllabus. Syllabus is the same way. I click on this. It's going to create this little button down here at the bottom. I click on that, and it's going to open up Word. And I'll drag this over. And so here's a copy of the syllabus for this class. So if you need a copy of those things, you can get them online. Alright, so the next link down is installing Google Chrome. So I have two links on here. The first one is just a link that'll take you out to Google's website to where you can download and install Chrome. So you would just click this little link right here, and it would download Chrome and you can install it. I really suggest that you use Chrome for this class because I've learned that Chrome actually works best. Internet Explorer is really bad. Firefox not so bad, but Chrome seems to work best. So if you don't already have Chrome installed, just click this little link, and it'll take you to a page that looks like this, and you just click Download Chrome. So let's get back out of here. And then the next thing you need to do is to disable pop-ups. What goes on when you take one of the tests in Blackboard? It's going to, like I said, it shifts you over to SAM, and it's going to open up the test in a pop-up, and you'll see this in just a second because I'll show you how this works with a sample test. But in order for this to work, you need to disable your pop-up blockers. So if you go to try to take a test and you get this little red line up at the top of the pop-up, or of this window, I think is actually where it happens. You'll get a little red line that says pop-ups are enabled. It's not going to open for you. So I've got this video, just a link to a YouTube video of how to disable pop-ups. I've got the sound turned off right now. So, but I'll show you how to do that. So the way you do it, again, I'm doing this in Chrome, is there's up at the top right, there's these three little dots. If I click on that, it's going to open up this menu. I'm going to go to Settings. It's going to open up this window, and we'll scroll all the way to the bottom, and you'll see the word Advanced. I'm going to click on that, and then you'll see that it opened up this new bunch of stuff. One of them is called Privacy and Security. I'm going to scroll down in that till I see Content Settings. It's got an arrow beside it, so it just lets you know it's going to open up another menu. I click on that. And then from content settings, what I'm going to look for is something that says pop-ups. And it's right here, pop-ups and redirects. So this is what I'm interested in. I'm going to click on this. And if your pop-ups blocker is turned on, it will look gray like this. And you'll see that blocked, recommended. What we're going to do is we're going to turn pop-ups off so that things are allowed, and you can get, it'll open up the windows for you. So I click on this, and you see that it turns blue, and it says allowed. So now pop-ups are allowed. So you're going to have to disable pop-ups in order to be able to take these tests. So that's how to do this. Okay, moving on down the list. The next thing I got is I've created this sample test. And the purpose of this test, it doesn't count towards your grade at all. I don't care what grade you get on it. You don't waste a lot of time on it or anything. What I'm interested with the purpose of this test is to make sure that you're not going to have any problems on your computer when you get ready to take the test. So I suggest, like, whatever computer you're going to use to take the test, take this sample test. And if it opens up fine, you're going to be good. If it doesn't, then you've got problems and you may need to disable pop-ups or use Google Chrome or whatever. So I really suggest doing this. But this is how a test works. I click on this link and it opens up this is the pop-up. So this little window that opened up, this is the pop-up that it was talking about. Now I've already taken this test a couple of times. But I'll show you how this works, and then I'm just going to get out of it because I'll stop the test and come back to you when I'm done. But I'll show you how it starts. So I'm going to click on continue, and it's going to change, and it'll tell me a little bit about the test. It tells me that incorrect actions per task. If you have any task, it gives you 3 attempts at a task. Incorrect actions per test bank questions. What these are like are true, false, multiple choice questions. You don't get 3 attempts at those. You get 3 attempts at task. You don't get 3 attempts at multiple choice, true, false questions. You only get 1 attempt at those. But remember, you can still take the test 3 times. Once we get into the application, they'll almost all are going to be tasks. The first 2 tests are going to be a lot of test bank questions. Down here you said that how many times the test can be retaken. It can be taken 50 times. I have 48 remaining. When I click this start, it's actually, again, we have another pop-up. It's actually going to start the test. And so this is one of those task questions. So I would get 3 attempts at it. Let me show you, like, if I got it wrong. Applications accessed over the internet is web-based. Applications on your computer hard drive is local. I'll get these next 2 wrong just to show you what's going to happen. You see it says attempts remaining 3. Actions allowed. Smartphone, that is portable, but that's mobile. That is mobile, but I'm going to make it portable, and then this one is supposed to be portable, but I'm going to make it mobile, just so I get it wrong. So I hit submit, and it tells me that my answer is incorrect. So I can either go to the next task or retry this task. So if I'm just going to retry it and get it right this time. So local application. Oops, I'm sorry, this is local. This is portable. This is mobile, and these are web-based. And it kind of line up. So I hit submit, and this time it'll say that I got it right. I'm going to finish this test. I'll come back and I'll show you how to look and see what I got wrong, because I am going to get one of these wrong just on purpose. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back, and I've just finished the test. So this is the blue box that I was talking about. You'll see when you get done with the test, it will show you, your name and the score that you got, how many questions, how many right, how many wrong. So this tells me that I got a 90 on this test. There's 10 questions. I got 1 wrong. So what I can do before I get off of this little blue box is I can view this report. Click view report, and it's going to generate a report that shows you the questions, whether you got it right or wrong. And so what you can do, like, these are the task ones, so it doesn't give you the answer, or what it tells you what you put down, because there's like multiple choice, but you will know whether you got it right or wrong. These are like the test bank questions, so it's the multiple choice questions. So it will tell you which one you put down, and again, whether you got it right or wrong. So I've got one wrong. I got this very last one wrong. So it tells me that I got it wrong in this, so I make sure that I don't select operating system again. So I'm going to click on, so another thing that it gives me is it gives me this little link, and hopefully if I click this link, it's going to open up in the book where I might be able to find the answer. Now, it may not necessarily be on the first page that you look at, so you may have to read a little bit to get to it. But this is where you can hopefully find the answer to the question that you got wrong. So these reports will help you out when you get ready to take it a second time. So I would suggest that you right click on this and you hit print, and you print out a copy of this report so you have it next to you, so when you take it the second time, you can make sure that the ones you got right before you get right the second time, and then it will also tell you which ones you need to look for that you got wrong in the previous test. So I'm going to stop this video right now, and we'll resume on another video. So I'll be back.